Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my first ever video. So today we are doing a color correction. As you can see here, she has lots of banding in her hair. We have some green ends, we have red in the middle, and on her zone 1 we have natural roots in there, and we can definitely see a lot of green tones and red tones in here. So we're gonna go ahead and start out by doing a good little trim, get rid of some of that hair that we don't need, and then we are going to mix up some color disruptor and put that on. Then we are going to shampoo with Undogoo here. As you see, I am just really getting in there, making sure that we really get that Undogoo out and in the hair, and make sure that you really shampoo well. This is very important to know and always do when using these Malibu products. It's very important. So we are doing that, and then we are moving right into the CPR treatment. Give that really good mix. And then I just kind of go in, and depending on what I'm using and what I'm working with, she has a lot of actual direct dyes in her hair, but we also have tons of overlapped direct dyes and colors itself. So I'm going in there right away with CPR just to kind of give it a rough little bit of a blank canvas when it comes to going in with the DDL by Malibu. You'll see that I'm really kind of just kind of working it in each section little by little. You'll see that I'm kind of using some friction with my fingers as well. I'm going to get more up close here so you can kind of see a little bit more of what I'm doing. You'll see that I'm just kind of going around the whole head like this. And after this, we will come back, and I believe we will be doing the DDL directly after this. Just so you know, in the middle of each application that we start and finish, there is obviously processing time involved, and then there is also rinsing again and again and again. So a lot of steps, it's just a lot of patience, everybody. This takes so much tedious time. It takes a lot of patience on your end, on my end, and if we work together, we can make this work. Okay, so now we are just over directing the front backwards so that it just kind of lays on top of each other. This stuff is just something that you need to work in everywhere. It doesn't matter if you touch the natural root at all, it's not going to lift it. The only one that by Malibu that I'm aware of at least is DDL that actually lifts the base and the starting natural color. But this is the perfect step to a color correction service, and this gives you a cleaner canvas to start on with the DDL, which is going to be next. So this is my process. This is what I choose to do. We are going to then wash this out and shampoo 3 times with Undogoo again, like before at the shampoo bowl, and then we will go in with the DDL. We are now going in with Malibu DDL, and we are just taking finer sections this time with foil, and we're kind of just painting it like we would a balayage in foil. I'm not going all the way up to her natural root with this, just because we're kind of trying to still get rid of all of those extra tones that we don't want in the hair. So we're just going to move up the head the same way every single time. Every single hair is going to be in foil. We just take small sections so that we can get even saturation going on. Saturation is everything. With anything you do with color, saturation is key. And then just blend all the way up to the natural root. We are doing like a natural rooted balayage look going into a royal blue look, and this is exactly what we need to do in order to achieve what we want. So we're going in and foiling the hair just like this all over the head. When you get to the sides, you just keep going the same pattern, and we keep moving around the head until we are finished with this. And then from here, we will let this process about 30 minutes. And then we will go in and rinse this out with Undogoo again. And then we will go and we will move on to our next color correction service. This process for about 30 to 45 minutes. So we rinsed her out, and this is the results we got from the DDL. You can see that we're definitely working with a lighter shade now, which is great. Her ends definitely pulled to a almost blondish pale green, which is good base for a blue. So now we're going in with the K18, and we're going to go in with the strongest color remover that I like to use, which is Pulp Riot's Blank Canvas. So we're going to let this sit for 4 minutes while I go mix up the blank canvas, and then we will get applying that. So my goal during color corrections is to use the least amount of lightener that I can, and I like to use color removers, especially if we're working with artificial colors and any kind of colors that are just laying in the hair. If we can achieve it without lightener involved, we will do it. So that's what we're doing. We're going in there with the blank canvas now. Same kind of technique as before. All the other ones, we're doing it all over again. Just the ends, moving it upwards towards the root, just so that we can make sure that we get a very, very clean canvas here. So we really kind of want a pale pink, maybe even a touch of like a rose gold. That would be so ideal for this base of this color. So here we are going in there, and we're just kind of putting foils on top of each other. We're not really wondering and caring where the foils are placed. All of them do the same thing. We just want to make sure that the heat is being captivated inside those foils. So next we will be moving on to rinsing again after this process is for probably about 30 minutes. And then we will be going in and assessing what is needed after this. This could be the last step, but we did need to do a little bit more of the blank canvas on it over again. And then we got to the point where we were ready to go. You'll see over here in this section just what is the deal with color corrections. They are so unpredictable. This side over here did not want to budge really with the DDL. So this is the main reason and the main focus of this exact process. So this area over here and the area on her other side, they did not really want to budge as much. So this is really the true reason why strand testing and making sure that we're always on the same page with what's on the hair is so important. This is exactly why we do our strand test before we even make our official appointment. This tells us approximately how many hours we'll be working together and maybe even the lift that we'll be getting, and if your picture is realistic for you in one session, and if a color correction is good for you. So make sure that you always let your stylist know, and stylists, make sure that you are doing lengthy consults so that you know exactly the processes that you have to take in order to get to your client's goal. This is so important to do and know as a client and as stylist. Once this was done, we rinsed her out and we did a K18 treatment on her, and then we went in and did our final process. We are moving and grooving here, guys. We are going to be processing this for about 45 minutes, and then we move right into doing K18 again for her while we applied Nightfall and Ice Skater by Pulp Riot for her end color, and then we chose to do a more chocolatey dark base for her roots, which I chose to do Redken Shades for NCH with a capful of 2ABN to ash it out just a bit and drop that root to a more of a deeper shade for her. And then I also added a capful of 4M as well. So look at these results, guys. It looks amazing. It is healthy. It is shiny as can be. Compared to what she came in with, that K18 did its work. Let me tell you, it is awesome. Thank you for watching.